Once you've satisfied your hunger, get ready for more of the hottest casino games in Vegas. Our 24-hour, 30-table non-smoking poker room proudly hosts all the most popular poker games with a variety of betting limits. Visit the poker room for a schedule of daily tournaments. Whether you're going to hold 'em or fold 'em, the best place for poker is at South Point Casino. You'll notice that our craps tables are usually the loudest in the casino. If you've never played, join one of our free craps lessons to find out what makes this game so exciting. Check with the craps dealer for schedules and give it a roll. Bingo is also an exciting way to spend your time. We offer 7 sessions of bingo every day. Bingo! And each session includes a cash ball jackpot, 12 bingo games, a progressive double action game, and a $10,000 bonus coverall. Electronic units are available. If you haven't played bingo with us, give it a try today. Guests can also get in on the action at our one-of-a-kind race and sports books, 2 separate rooms designed to maximize your experience and comfort. Our Sportsbook, with over 400 seats, puts you right in the middle of the action, 24 hours a day. The friendly ticket writers are happy to help, and it's conveniently located next to the famous Del Mar Deli, where you'll find supersized portions of delicious deli items like roast beef, pastrami, and Reuben sandwiches, or soups, salads, and pizza, plus spectacular desserts fit for a king. And right next door is the Racebook, over 150 seats, each with its own TV screen. There are 16 interactive player terminals, so you can bet right from your seat.
Keith Lyle, you almost got me in the chat room again. Hello, everybody. It's Fridays with Frank. Yay! What's going on? Welcome to the show, and thanks for joining us for some Lunch with Punch. A show's a fun mix of sports, comedy, conversation, viral videos, and some smart betting advice. I'm your host, longtime comedian, lifelong sports fan. That's my hook. And today's show is going to be, we're going to nail this show. It's going to be awesome, almost as awesome as what these 3 girls do on a basketball court. Watch this. So, okay, she's juggling. First of all, you could stop the clip there, and I'd be like, that's impressive. But then, 1, 2, come on! That, to me, is the clip of the year, and then they just leave frame. It's like a mic drop. They're just like, everyone run off the camera, because that's what people do nowadays. I love it. Way to go, girls. Very cool. On the show today, Jeff Parles is not here, ladies and gentlemen. If you've tuned in to see Jeff, you'll have to wait to see him on Sports by the Book tomorrow. Today. I mean, he's working today, but not Anyway, he and Ryan will be downstairs. Is that what it is or no? Okay, just stay on the network.
It's the Football Frenzy.
Football Frenzy. Speaking of Football Frenzy, Chris Andrews, who you love watching on that show, our sportsbook director here at the South Point, he will be on this program at about 12:35, 12:40, and remotely joining us to help us out, the one and only Matt Neverett. And by the way, I know you have the Matt Neverett clip queued up for use. His reaction about BattleBots. We got to show it to him again. Today on the Punch Menu, comedy clip of the day, picks at 12:36. We have a Reno Paul video. I have not watched it. I like to be surprised on the show. That'll be in picks. And in Punch Bowl Pundits, we have sloppy shirt Snell, snazzy shirt Baker Mayfield, and Friday's picks with little Finley. Can't wait to see Finley's picks. But first, it's time for Top of Show Breaking Video. This is very dramatic, kind of like NBC breaking in. Or CNN. So did you watch the game last night? It was tremendous. So final score was 34-31. Annie Agar, who we follow on this program and we're big fans of, her and her brother, they have an amazing rivalry. She's a Packers fan. He's a Lions fan. They do a lot of great charity. He's needs special needs. And he loves the Lions. His prediction for the final score, Lions 34, Packers 31, Bates with the winning field goal. The kid called it. It's timestamped 2 hours before kickoff. So it was a highly entertaining game. I yesterday mentioned that Kenny White's dog of the day was the Packers plus 3.5. And I said, ooh, I like that too because I like that hook. I didn't like 3. I'm sounding like Jeff Parles. Jeff is not here. In all honesty, I liked the hook. I really did. So I took the Packers in my pick'em lead, and Courtney had the Lions, and I said, no, I like the Packers. Packers covered by that half point. Very exciting game. But after the game, some cool stuff happened. Packers head coach Matt LaFleur, in his press conference, he complained about security, that they didn't control this situation, which we're about to show you with some fans behind the Packers bench. I mean, dude, you're in Detroit. Don't start some static with an 8 Mile, dude. You know, you haven't won a championship. I mean, the Lions fans haven't seen a championship since Eisenhower was in the White House. So here we go. Here's take clip number 1 of our top of show breaking video. Matt LaFleur. No, we changed them all out. Remember, that's not it. We switched that. That's in Punch Bowl now. Oh. So it's the shooting script. Keith has them down way at the pack of punch at the bottom. I'll ramble. So anyway, So what happened was Matt LaFleur, apparently there was some people shouting. Then one of the fans got into his face, Matt LaFleur, and he did the throat cutting thing. So it got ugly in Detroit. So do we have that one now?
What's it called, though?
Whatever in pack of punch the first clip is.
Okay.
Do you want me to look at Keith stock real quick?
I got you.
We're flying by the seat of our pants here today, folks.
Packers beef.
Yeah, there you go. Packers beef.
Part of something like that.
There we go.
He was talking junk to our players.
So it's a fan behind the bench.
/sign. And I'm, you're trying to de-escalate it, and then he gets in my face. So I thought it was pretty unsportsmanlike.
I can't tell if it's on the field or on the sideline. It's on the sideline.
Many fields, and usually they police that much better. I thought it was an arrogant fan that, wanted to get in part of the action, and just, I would like to see security or something step in there and get him out of there, because he shouldn't be doing that.
All right, what I want to tell the coach is, you understand there's 60,000 people against you, so you better be careful. But if things don't go down, Coach Matt LaFleur, I would say if you need some backing, look for your number 63 guy, Rasheed Walker, who had the most incredible pancake I've ever seen. This is just a brutal block. Okay, they spot shadow him. They're going to give you a different... One arm! Tosses that Lion aside. By the way, number 53, I hope they don't show that at the Detroit meetings, because that kid's going to be humiliated. And last but not least, my nickname might be Skip later tonight, when a bunch of us from the crew here at South Point Studios are going to be over in that booth watching the UNLV Rebels beat the Boise State, whatever they are. Well, oh, God, what is Boise State? Broncos. I knew that. They got the. Thank you, Matt Neverett, smiling at me. All right, you'll see what I mean. This is why I might be Skip. This is Dan Campbell.
That's a way to step up, man. That's a way to step up. There you go, Skip. Keep throwing up. Whatever you're doing up there. Freaking lay it on the line.
Follow up to that story, Skip did not throw up. He was thinking he would, but he got back in there and kept on celebrating, just like I will tonight, watching the game here at the South Point. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for our comedy clip of the day. Woo! Let's see. It says, Jeff, we've all had a bad tee shot, but Jeff's not here. So I'm gonna edit. We've all had a bad tee shot that we've had to go and retrieve, but this guy with a cigarette dangling from his mouth, he didn't have to budge to retrieve his shot. All right, so here he goes. He's teeing it up. Buddies are filming it. You never know what's going to happen. You might catch lightning in a bottle, and they did. They caught lightning because after it hit a tree, well, he caught the ball. It bounced right back to him. Cigarette in mouth. He just puts it back down on the tee, and the laugh in the background might make it the best. So pretty incredible tee shot right there from a lefty. All right, it's time for That's Crazy. Let's go right into That's Crazy, ladies and gentlemen, or Lines of the Night, whatever you got lined up. It doesn't really matter. There we go. That's crazy. All right. Wrapping up the week here with our final That's Crazy. We'll be back on Monday with Alex White, and we'll do it again. So for That's Crazy, because, Jeff, well, you're a Giants-Jets fan. Okay. So we always like to give it to the Jets because Jeff is on the show. So go ahead and show my That's Crazy. Here we go. So basically, the Jets do not do well against the Dolphins, as you can see here. The Dolphins are a great fade versus good teams, but they're also great at smacking around bad teams. Miami is 14-4 against the spread in their last 18 games when favored by 6 or more. So you take a look at this week. They're favored by 6 at home versus the Jets on Sunday, and they're also 10-2 against the Jets in their last 12 games. So basically, guys, take Miami in that game would be the advice. The Jets have been kind of a mess. Dolphins are still kind of playing for something. I mean, they lost to Green Bay on Thanksgiving, but they're a better team than the Jets, and I like Mike McDaniel. So go Dolphins. We're rooting for the Dolphins. Okay, here we go. Let's go to the day. Today's date. Oh, my goodness. It is already December 6th,
This is 2020.
4. That was good. Matt's laughing. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, I am going to read the national days of the year, and then we'll do roll call, and then we'll bring in Matt. So December 6, 2024. Here we go, guys. Get ready. Jeff, listen up. National Bartender Day, National Gazpacho Day, National Miners Day, M-I-N-E-R, like Coal Miners Day. Thank God Bill Dwyer's not here today. He would be making fun of miners. National $2 Bill Day, National Microwave Oven Day, National Pawnbrokers Day, Faux Fur Friday, Put on Your Own Shoes Day, National Salesperson Day, St. Nicholas Day, Mitten Tree Day. Mitten tree, you're supposed to put mittens on a tree, and each time you go out, that was some weird thing. All right, Jerry's saying put on your own shoes. Sounds fake. Sean's going microwave oven. Vince is going $2 bill. And what say you? Is it Lucy or Ann on the microphone? Oh, Ricky. Do we have a camera on Ann yet? Do we have the Ann cam?
Wow, it's really hard to direct and talk. I don't even know how to come into frame on this. I'm like,
There's Ann. All right, what do we got, Ann?
I'm going to say it's, pawnbroker, of course.
No pawnbroker day?
No problem.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you're playing along at home and you went with one of them is right behind the glass. I made up $2 bill day. Vince, wait. Vince, is this 2 or 3 in a row for you? You might have got 2 in a row, but maybe 3 or 4 this week. I don't know. Feels like you're on to me. There is no National $2 bill day. The last time you do see $2 bills around Vegas, right? Because I've gotten them. I don't know where. Is there one hotel in particular that gives them out?
Well, you can go into the bank and
you can go into
them.
the bank.
Yeah.
I have, by the way, the one time I needed to go into a bank as a Chase over on Eastern, I walk in. And this is the first time I've actually physically walked into a bank in years. I walk in and there's no one there. And there's one person who goes, oh, like the night in Indiana Jones in The Last Crusade. Oh, so I go, hey, what's going on? They go, oh yeah, we don't have tellers at this location. It's just me. And I go, okay, well, she goes, this machine will do everything. So I'm like, I could use the ATM outside, but now I use this one while she looked over my shoulder, covering up my PIN number, you know. But yeah, very strange. But yes, I would like some $2 bills. It's a good tip. Lightens people's face. Because 12/6 was the birthday of Thomas Jefferson, so he's on the $2 bill. Clearly making that up. So you're actually diving deep into these, Vince, to break them down. Yeah, I like it. Celebrity birthday, and I'm going to pronounce this name correctly because Chris Andrews is on the show, and he's a big Greek, and he's corrected me since I mispronounced the Greek freak's name. Here we go. This is the full name. He's turning 30 today. Happy 30th to Giannis Sina Ugo Antetokounmpo. Applauding for myself for getting that right. Turns the big 3-0, the Milwaukee Bucks all-world player. Turns 30, so we put them all on the machine. AI machine up in Utah. Spit out this with all the days. And Giannis, there we go. All right, there's Santa Claus eating gazpacho, which is factually wrong because gazpacho is cold. Am I not right? And there's smoke coming out of it? So gazpacho is supposed to be cold. Why is he in a cave? Oh, because it's National Miners Day. I get it. And then over on the right, I don't know why Santa Claus is in there. Oh, St. Nicholas Day. Yeah, there you go. Good job, AI. And then there's Giannis at an AM PM mini mart. Oh, he's in a pawn store. He's in a pawn shop buying a microwave. All right, so there's Giannis getting a microwave. You know what he paid? You know how he paid for it? With $2 bills, ladies and gentlemen. There you go. Excellent job, AI. I like those two. Oh, and it's Faux Fur Day. And this is like those spot the difference things. It's a game within the show, ladies and gentlemen. We hope you play along. And if you're in the country, if you're in the chat room, maybe you're playing along. Let's see who's in there. Let's do roll call, ladies and gentlemen, before we bring in our good friend, Matt Neverett. So my kickoff question was, give me a bold prediction for a head coaching hire by an NFL team for next season. I suggested possibly the Bears will be in the market, the Giants, the Jets, the Browns. Go. Paul says, Raiders will hire Bill Belichick. I'd love to see that disaster. There's no way the Raiders will because the part owner is Tom Brady. Do you literally think Tom Brady and Bill Belichick want to work together again? I doubt it. I said I see Bill in Chicago or New York. Keith Lyle said they'll continue to screw up the head coaching position. They'll hire Abe Jabroni's ghost. Jabroni had a worse record than Eberflus. I don't know who that is. God, that must have been way back in the day. Let's see. Cleveland hires Rich Paul as head coach. Jets hire Baba Booey. I'm not falling for that. Who is Rich Paul? Matt, you're shaking your head like you know him. Tell me who that is in a minute, please. I can't place it. Shanahan to the Bears. Let's see. B-Town Dummy. Frank Nicotero would be a fine player manager for any of those NFL squads. Could coach as well and run the tee out to the kicker when it's windy. Jeff, remember when I was player manager? You always loved that. Just insert Jeff later for post. Best and cam shot ever, says Paul. And Minidar, is there a Vince cam? I recall seeing each crew member at least once on camera, except Vince. Dun, 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 dun. Grab his head right now and pull him in. What? There is no Vince. It's Frank's pretend friend, says Keith Lyle. There is a Vince, and we're very happy to have him behind the glass. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to grab my headphones, right? Can we do that? We're good? Or do you want to go to a video? No, we're good. All right, let's do it. He's there. Oh, okay. And I'm up. Wait. Hold on. Okay. Hold on. I see the cable, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. Lady, oh my God.
Oh my God.
Why are these so loud? Okay. They're up very loud, and we had Joe D'Amico. I'm hearing feedback. I'm hearing myself delayed. Yeah. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, there he is. Matt Neverett is on the show. Woo! Matt, you got your UNLV shirt on, and you are in a hotel room in the lovely Boise, I imagine.
Yeah, lovely for some people. I prefer more temperate climate myself, yeah.
Now, what's the temperature in Idaho right now?
Let's see. My phone says 36 degrees. We had some snow flurries earlier this morning. But that's just football weather, as they say. Maybe not for me, but that's why I don't play football. So.
Right.
Now, I can hear you, too. So I hear everything. I hear you.
Maybe we should.
Really? All right, we're going to go to a 30-second commercial. Hold on, Matt. We'll be back on the other side with Matt Neverett. We'll be right back. Oops. We're back, ladies and gentlemen. All the technical difficulties are shored up. Matt Neverett, what do you got there? You got a red pen. What's with the red ink?
Oh, it's a pink highlighter.
Oh, a pink highlighter. Okay, you're already now.
0 for 2.
Excuse me. Tell me your process before a game. You obviously have the complete rosters in front of you. What are you using the highlighter for?
So I make these charts before every game. It's something that I took from my dad.
Wow.
Big part of my prep is going through and basically hand doing these info on every player, the coach, the team, both offense and defense. And then when the possession flips, I just flip this thing and it's got the other side for both teams.
Dude.
So that's a big part of my prep. Only because I have it near me. Each team will do a packet of media notes before the game. That's a huge help. All the little tidbits and info that you could want, including all the stats and rosters. So, at this point of the year, here getting ready to call my 13th game of the season for the Rebels. It's kind of down to a system at this point. If I didn't, I'd be in trouble. That's fantastic. Now, what time is it in Boise right now? Are you guys on the same time zone? I'm an hour ahead of you guys. Yeah, okay. So just after 1 o'clock. Okay, so 1:17 there. So what's your when do you get on the bus? How do you get to the stadium? What time do you leave? Let me hear what your day's like getting to the game. So, I wake up, I get out of bed, I take a shower. So 6 o'clock game tonight. We take the air for our pregame show an hour before kickoff. So we'll be on the air from 5 o'clock on. A little bit different this week. We had the chance to go over to the stadium yesterday. Mountain West Conference was doing a press conference with both teams, and we got the chance to go over and set up all of our radio gear a day ahead of time. So we'll get there maybe 2 hours before we take the air today. Sometimes it's a little bit earlier so our engineer can get things set up. Sometimes that engineer is me. Today we were fortunate enough to be able to travel and engineer with us for this trip. So we'll get there, kind of put our bags down, kind of get what we need to get out, lay it out on the table, and then obviously the press dining, as Ann knows, that's the main perk about doing what we do in live events. Yeah. And then just kind of, I always try to walk a lap, maybe if it's not a whole lap, just a little bit around the concourse, kind of get the feel for, the weather, the atmosphere, kind of, see what the fan experience is like, so I can help describe it a little bit better. And then really the 20, 30 minutes before you take the air, you and your partner kind of just lock it in together. Today's a little different with the championship game. I'm going on actually 2 different talk shows in the lead up to the game after this one. So if I wasn't ready to talk, I am today.
Well, again, we appreciate you doing that. That's interesting to walk around the concourse, kind of get a feel for the stadium so you can relate that to the fans listening. I've never been to Boise. Idaho is one of the few states I've never been to. What can you tell us about the stadium or Idaho in general?
I can tell you that you're one of the lucky ones.
Jesus.
No, it's. I just say that because I'm jaded about the cold, and it's been frigid and snowing the whole time we've been here, which is to be expected. I'll be back here in about a month and a half for basketball, so that'll be even colder and snowier. But it's a big stadium, really cool. The Smurf turf here at Albertson Stadium, turf. One of the cool hallmarks in all of college football. Very unique. I had a local talk show host ask me yesterday if I had watched any birds fly into it. I know we had talked about it when I was on Tuesday. I said not yet, but I'll keep an eye. Oh, there goes one, and he made it safely.
That's hysterical.
It's cool. It's big. We're way high up. We're on the 6th floor for our broadcast, so it'll be similar to the vantage point that we have at Allegiant Stadium. And we saw Fox setting up their big noon setup yesterday, getting all their desks and tables and all their big TV set stuff ready to go. Jason Benetti's got the call on Fox, and he's one of my favorite broadcasters.
Yes, he's great.
So I'm going to do whatever I can to get a chance to meet him today.
That's what I was going to ask you. Yeah. Do you ever kind of introduce yourself, who you are? I mean, that's part of the game. You want to make connections, or just meet guys and tell them how good they are, and just get a little feedback, right?
Yeah, only if they're any good.
Right.
I definitely a big help, and this is for every guy that does Division I college football. A big help in preparing for the other team is the radio announcer for the other team.
Sure.
Bob Beeler, who does the Boise State games, has been here for a long time. He's one of the nicest guys I've ever met in broadcasting. He's been a huge help. But yeah, great story from earlier this year. We were at Oregon State. And sometimes, as you know, with the shows and the timing, you'll have a couple minutes to yourself, and hey, I've got like 6 minutes, and then I'm going to be busy for the next hour, 2 hours, whatever. So we're getting ready. We're up in Corvallis playing at Oregon State this year, and we have about a 12-minute chunk in our pregame show where it's all pre-recorded. So I get a nice little break. That's usually when I time out my last bathroom pause. So I'm in the bathroom. I'm washing my hands, and who comes walking in but Tom Brenneman, who was doing national TV call, and I wanted to ask him what he thought about San Francisco, but instead I decided to just introduce myself and tell him who I was. And he was really nice. My dad knows his dad really well, so it was kind of a cool crossing of paths. And it's not weird in that instance to say, hey, I know we're in the bathroom, but let me shake your hand real quick. Mine are clean.
All right, very cool. Let's talk about the game, because I saw Ashton Jeanty has declared that he is going to the NFL, right? So he's going to play this game, obviously, and we don't know what's going to happen after this if they get in. Let's say at least one more. I thought it was a weird timing for him to declare that and maybe not wait till after the game, right?
I mean, it's going to be his final game here at Albertson Stadium, regardless. Okay. Yeah, it's going to be his final game here, and I respect the timing. I've respected every decision that he's made as far as staying here this year, especially. He could have had NIL offers to literally any school in the country, and he chose to stay here. I mean, once they name a sandwich after you on campus, you really can't leave. It's different in a case-by-case basis when it comes to these guys leaving a little bit early. In this instance, especially because of the position that he plays at running back, go get your money. Yeah. The average length of a career in the NFL for a running back is the shortest of just about any position, if not every position. Yeah. He is a physical bell cow style back. He's a bruiser. He gets used and abused, and guys like that typically don't have very long careers. And now in the college days of NIL and making some more money, if you're at a different school, if you're at Alabama, you're at LSU, you're at Georgia, you're at the big boys, it may behoove you to stay an extra year and get that big time NIL payday. But for a guy like Ashton Jeanty, sure, he loves it here at Boise State, but he's got to go get his money, especially because when it comes to the contracts in the NFL, if you can get the first contract after your rookie deal, you get the 4-year deal with the 50-year option. If you can secure that second contract, that basically locks you in for the rest of your life. You're set financially because you've been in the NFL at that point, at the minimum 5 or 6 years. Correct. Which at that pay especially with the bonus he's going to get, is going to be big. But also for the instance of, hey, it's going to be a short career. Get what you can while you can get it. That second contract is never guaranteed. So for a guy like Ashton Jeanty, it's the exact right decision. If basically the winner of this game is going to the college football playoff. Not basically, that is the case. This is a college football playoff game right now. This is basically, in essence, a wild card game.
Yeah.
For the spot in the playoff. No matter what, the loser of this game is going to go to the LA Bowl on December 18th against Cal. And I'm going to guess that if Boise State loses tonight, Ashton Jeanty's probably done. I think that's why he made the decision to make the announcement when he did, because there's no benefit for him to play in the LA Bowl if they lose this game.
Well, that's funny you say that, because I just wrote down the question. First of all, I wanted to know what the sandwich was, the Ashton Jeanty sandwich. Do we know what's on that?
I got to find it.
Okay,
I just have heard it's shared around on social media that there is a sandwich.
The deli over there has the Frank Nicotero Furter. That's what they call their hot dog, the Frank Furter.
How recently was that decision made?
For that joke just now, but it'll never happen now. Anyway, the reason you mentioned Ashton Jeanty might not play in the next game wherever they end up, the only reason I could think is we did the math yesterday, you and I, or the other day, that he's 350 yards shy of breaking Barry Sanders' single record. That's probably not as important as being healthy for the NFL, right? He doesn't care.
100%. And I mean, you guys, you see guys sit out really impactful bowl games for a lot less money.
Yeah.
And a lot less of a lot greater achievements than that one single season record. And, for a guy like Ashton Jeanty, that record's nice. At this point, does not look like he's going to win the Heisman Trophy. That record's not going to put him over Travis Hunter in the court of public opinion from what I've seen. Like I said, outside of potentially getting that record, which some people could see that as selfish, I want the record for me, blah, blah, blah. And everybody should want those records. But outside of that, there is absolutely no benefit for him to play in a bowl game that isn't a college football playoff game.
All right. Now, if you had a Heisman vote, and you've seen Jeanty play here at Allegiant already, you're going to see him again. Yeah. Who would you vote for? I know you haven't seen Travis Hunter in person, but that seems to be, he seems to be the favorite. Who would you vote for?
Oh, Jeanty. 10 times out of 10.
Really?
I mean, he is having the greatest running back season of the millennium. Yeah. And that's saying something when you got Reggie Bush, a lot of the big names that have had big-time running back seasons since the calendar flipped to the year 2000. He's been the best running back in the last 30 years, probably the last 50 years since Barry Sanders. Wow. And it's kind of getting swept under the rug because Travis Hunter plays a lot. And, he's a special talent. Travis Hunter, one of the more unique players, one of the more unique guys off the field as well that you'll find in all of football at any level. His main thing is snap count. He is an above-average receiver, well above-average receiver. He is an above-average cornerback, and he plays all the time and has the ball in his hand a lot, so he's got a ton of opportunities. But Ashton Jeanty, it's the same kind of thing as the debate between MVP and best player when it comes to the professional sports ranks. Boise State without Ashton Jeanty is not in the position they are in. They're a very, very good team, but they wouldn't be far and away one of the two best teams in the conference if they didn't have the best running back in the country. So my vote would go to Jeanty. I can see why guys are voting for Travis Hunter, and Deion Sanders has a lot to do with that. The media parade and circus that he brings around, and just the constant barrage of he's this, Travis Hunter that. Who needs Ashton Jeanty? I get it from all perspectives. All that being said, my vote would be for Jeanty.
Okay, so you as a New England Patriots fan, and I hate saying the word fan near Patriots, but you're drafting, let's say, in the top 5. Both of those players are there for you as a Patriots fan. Who do you take?
Well, Travis Hunter is on the board past pick number 2. There's a lot of drunk GMs around the league. With what the Patriots need right now, it might be Hunter. Yeah. But that's a different argument than the Heisman Trophy. The problem is Travis Hunter's not going to play two ways once he goes to the NFL.
What do you think? I think he's just DB, right?
Honestly, I could see him as a wideout. Yeah. 50-50, I could see either way. But there's no shot that any team in the NFL is going to let him play both ways with the amount of money that they're going to be paying him. Picked first, if not second, at the absolute latest in this year's draft.
Yeah, it should be pretty exciting. Okay, punch bowl with Matt. Yeah, that's exactly what I was doing. Let's do a couple punch bowls with Matt. Matt, we got the punch bowl, but since you are not there to pick them, I will pick them for you, and we're going to go in order. There's the there we go. If you didn't see, Matt was picking one from the virtual punch bowl like this. That was very cool. By the way, check it out. I'm wearing our new. Oh, it's over here. I was looking at the TV.
The UNLV.
You got a UNLV shirt on, and I have the new South Point Studio shirt on. We're very excited for these. New set coming in a couple weeks. Yeah, right. Yeah, damn it. God. Okay, so here's Punch Bowl Pundits number 1. Why don't we show the clip of Baker Mayfield first, and then I'll ask you the question. So here's Baker Mayfield, whose Oklahoma Sooners lost a game to Jeff Parles. Jeff, they lost to your Mizzou Tigers. Here we go. So he had to wear a Mizzou grandma shirt. Is it in slow motion, or is it me? Am I tripping out?
He's a grandma.
There we go. Yeah, right. There you go.
Today.
He was not very happy. All right, that's good.
He said it's definitely not mine.
It's definitely not mine. Yeah, he doesn't own that Mizzou. I thought Jeff was going to gloat over that victory. But my question to you, Matt Neverett, have you ever lost a bet to a friend and had a funny punishment? Maybe a fantasy thing or a game. I had to wear a Browns jersey last year when the Browns beat the Steelers. Bill Sindelar made me wear a Browns jersey. Actually, it wasn't Bill's. I borrowed it from Sean. So when the Browns somehow won again this year, I go, Sean, do you still have it? He goes, oh, no, I got rid of that. So good move by Sean. He's like, no, I don't have. Whose jersey was that, Sean? It was a kicker. Yeah, it was. I don't remember either. But anyway, have you ever had a punishment where you had to wear a jersey or do something silly?
Not that I can think of offhand. I remember kind of along those same lines. I remember living in Denver during the 2007 World Series between the Red Sox and the Rockies. And, big time Red Sox fan, especially at that time before my dad had gotten into Major League Baseball. And I remember I wore a Red Sox, shirt jersey and like long red soccer socks that covered my whole legs. And I'm in gym class in seventh, that would have been seventh grade or eighth grade rather. I was in middle school, and I remember my gym teacher, who I was tight with, he called me aside and jokingly was like, "I'm going to write you up for a wardrobe malfunction, for lack of a better word, dress code." And I was like, "Oh, okay." And we're joking. And he's like, "Oh no, let's go down to the office." So we go down to the office, and they're in on it as well. So my punishment for that was they took a big piece of duct tape, and across the Red Sox logo on the chest just wrote "Go Rockies." And then the Red Sox swept them in four games. Who really won that one? Yeah. Although my fantasy football league this year, we always do my big money league. We always do the wheel of punishment, where everybody suggests a punishment for last place, and then there's like a wheel that they spin preseason, and whatever one gets picked is the punishment. Or there's a financial out if you don't want to do it. A lot of us live across the country, so the one that I suggested this year was actually picked, and it was be a minor league baseball bat boy for a game.
Oh,
so I know.
How is that punishment? I would love doing that. That would be phenomenal.
Because I'm the youngest one in the league outside of my brother by like 30 years. That's why.
By the way, we forgot to do a punishment on our fantasy league here, which I'm really upset about. We didn't think of one. Maybe can we think of one retroactively? Would that be fair? I don't know. But
so the collective bargaining agreement for the South Point Studio Fantasy League will not stand for that.
Because basically, I think Alex is going to finish in last place. So Alex is not, and Kane, who started out so strong, is struggling also, I think, in last place. Okay, we're going to do another punch ball with you here, Matt. Here we go. What would Friday be without Week 14 picks from Little Finley? I don't know if you've seen these on the show. She was 11-5 last week. Overall, she's 112-83. That's a 50% win clip. So let's see what adorable Finley has. I love her so much. She can do no wrong in my mind. Here's Finley with her picks. Roll it. Okay, I like the Saints. All right, that's a good pick. Eagles are on a roll. What? Finley! Oh, Finley, you just made the list. No juice boxes for you, Finley. You're going straight to bed with no dinner. Oh, man, she's the biggest little baby, maybe even more than Tom Brady. Santa's your parents. Okay. Elmo's just a... Well, I'm mad at her because she picked the Cleveland Browns over the Pittsburgh Steelers. Rank your top 5 AFC teams for me right now. What do you think? In the AFC, who do you like? That's your question.
Oh, God, that's tough. The Bills have to be up there.
Yeah, I think the Bills are 1 right now, even though the Chiefs are 2-time champs. And I know the Bills beat the Chiefs. They just look like a more complete team. I know that Patrick Mahomes will get it going when he needs to. But right now, I would go Bills number 1.
Yeah, I think if they had to play right now, I just have the feeling that this is going to be the year that the Chiefs get clipped in the playoffs. They can't keep getting away with this devil voodoo witch magic that they've been pulling off in the playoffs the last couple of years. Bills, Chiefs, I would say 1A, 1B, 1-2, however you want to rank it. Honestly, One team that's just flying up the ranks that I am actually surprised that they've been able to hold it together this long, the LA Chargers.
Yeah, they're a good team.
They run the ball more than anybody in the league. Harbaugh is as mercurial a coach as there is. Their defense, phenomenal as well. I'm just looking at the standings right now. They're the only team in the AFC yet to give up 200 points defensively on the year. I would put the Steelers up there as well. The Texans, I just can't get behind the Texans as far as a top team that could win the Super Bowl this year.
Yeah.
And honestly, you're going to love it. I say facetiously the Ravens. They're a team that I wouldn't want to face in the playoffs.
Yeah, I agree. All right, a couple more things. First of all, Matt, this is a breaking baseball news story. Rob Manfred says the golden at-bat rule is not coming to Major League Baseball anytime soon. So there you go.
Thank God.
I know. Maybe they did that just to say that baseball still exists in this busy time of year, just to let you know, hey, baseball's coming back in 4 months. We just want to let you know. But I guess the what's the word I'm looking for? The feedback has been very negative on that. So.
Court of public opinion. Looks like Twitter haters win again.
Exactly. Okay, one more punch bowl with you since it's baseball and has to do with the Dodgers. What was your reaction when you saw the Dodgers sign former Cy Young winner Blake Snell? Is this fair?
Yeah, baby.
Oh man, it's just as a small market fan, I know you like the Pirates as well too. It just doesn't seem fair. They have $1 billion deferred. And this is, they have all those guys. They won the World Series with what? Dustin May was out. Gonsolin, who else?
Gonsolin was out. Glasnow was out. Kershaw was out most of the year.
I mean, and now they throw in.
You can keep going down the list.
I know.
Yeah. And my thing is, we said this the other day with these deferred contracts. If it's within the borders of legality and the current collective bargaining agreement, and the players are willing to take it, what is stopping other teams from doing this?
Yeah. Oh, we did talk about it the other day, but I had written this question for Jeff Parles. So anyway, here's a look at Blake Snell. This is what I thought. This is my question for you. Listen to Scott Boras. Okay. So Scott Boras, who's around baseball, he earned his cut of his $182 million contract. He got Blake Snell. He's a professional athlete. Come on, button up that shirt. Why would Blake Snell go into that press conference not having it buttoned up?
Because he's too cool for school, baby.
I mean, honestly, is he like, oh, I was a Giant and maybe I shouldn't be doing this? But I mean, I love that Scott Boras whispers, hey, button up your shirt, slob.
Yeah, I mean, it's Scott Boras. You want to talk about an agent that is focused almost solely on the front-facing image.
Exactly.
That is him.
Totally.
I did like seeing him get his this year when Jordan Montgomery, who was one of his clients, followed his advice, sat out all through spring training, got a pretty big deal, probably more so than he deserved from the Diamondbacks, but played badly, pitched badly in the first half of the year, especially. Go figure, spring training matters.
Yeah,
and after the year.
Yeah, the GM.
Not only did Jordan Montgomery come out and drop Scott Boras pretty publicly as his agent, he had a player option for, I think it was like $21 million this year for the Diamondbacks. And the owner, while all this was going on right in the postseason, was saying, he didn't say it by name, but he basically said, yeah, we signed some terrible contracts. The next day, Jordan Montgomery says, I'll take $20 million for the year. Thank you very much.
I love it.
Yeah.
All right, Matt Neverett, we know you have a busy day. We're going to be watching the game here at the South Point, and on our phones, we will pull up the app to listen to you, I promise. Matt Neverett, thank you so much. Safe travels, because I know you're off to do basketball with Creighton, right? Okay, so safe travels, buddy.
UNLV Creighton.
Thanks for jumping
in, Matt.
Appreciate
you guys. Hey, Varsity Network app, if you want to listen, we advertise it on air. That's the best way to listen to the game at 5 o'clock Pacific tonight.
Downloading it right now. Thank you, Matt Neverett. We're going to take a break, and Chris Andrews will be here. Oh, sorry, Matt. One more thing. Here it is. Wait. Yeah. No way. We showed it to Bill. We showed it to Bill Dwyer yesterday, and he loved it. So next Saturday, if you're available, we're going to go see the show. We'll talk.
I got UNLV Pacific during the day, but I'm free at night.
Okay, we'll figure it out. Matt Neverett, everybody. We'll be right back after this with Chris Andrews.
Once you've satisfied your hunger, get ready for more of the hottest casino games in Vegas. Our 24-hour, 30-table non-smoking poker room proudly hosts all the most popular poker games with a variety of betting limits. Visit the poker room for a schedule of daily tournaments. Whether you're going to hold 'em or fold 'em, the best place for poker is at South Point Casino. You'll notice that our craps tables are usually the loudest in the casino. If you've never played, join one of our free craps lessons to find out what makes this game so exciting. Check with the craps dealer for schedules and give it a roll. Bingo is also an exciting way to spend your time. We offer 7 sessions of bingo every day. And each session includes a cash ball jackpot, 12 bingo games, a progressive double action game, and a $10,000 bonus coverall. Electronic units are available. If you haven't played bingo with us, give it a try today. Guests can also get in on the action at our one-of-a-kind race and sports books. 2 separate rooms designed to maximize your experience and comfort. Our Sportsbook, with over 400 seats, puts you right in the middle of the action, 24 hours a day. The friendly ticket writers are happy to help, and it's conveniently located next to the famous Del Mar Deli, where you'll find supersized portions of delicious deli items like roast beef, pastrami, and Reuben sandwiches, or soups, salads, and pizza, plus spectacular desserts fit for a king. And right next door is the Racebook, over 150 seats, each with its own TV screen. There are 16 interactive player terminals, so you can bet right from your seat.
I mean, the guy's kissing his ticket. I mean, come down to the Racebook over there. We're the only casino that separates the Sportsbook and the Racebook. You can kiss all the tickets you want. Wish you luck. Come down. South Point, I will be here tonight watching the UNLV game against Boise State. Matt Neverett will be on the radio call. It's time for picks at 12:40. All right. We don't need the graphic. Let's just get into it. All right, here we go. My pick, this is not going to be a shocker. I thought Jeff would be here next to me. I actually do like the Pittsburgh Steelers. Yes, I know I'm a homer. I have been on quite a run. Now, last night my picks were the over longest pass for Jordan Love. It was like 39.5. He had a 59-yarder, so I hit that. Then I had over on Jared Goff, 33.5. His longest pass was 28. So I split, so you didn't really lose, maybe a little juice. But I went 1 for 1 on that, and I did go with Kenny White's dog of the day in the Packers. So anyway, the Steelers are minus 6.5 at home. This is a Browns team that obviously isn't going to make the playoffs. The revenge factor for the Steelers is huge. They know they have Philly and Kansas City coming up, so I don't think it's a trap game. Because they lost on Thursday night in the snow in Cleveland, I feel like Tomlin has them ready at home, and this is going to be an ugly game in the stands. The Steeler fans are going to be rowdier than ever. If a few Cleveland Brown fans get in there, I wish you luck, because this is going to be a big win for the Steelers. I look them to cover that 6.5 easily. And because it's Friday, and my man Reno Paul, who we surprised up in Reno over the holiday week, he put together a pick for us. So here we go. Reno Paul, Friday picks.
What's up? It's your boy Reno Paul on an absolutely freezing Friday morning. And I mean, I'm not joking. It's 27 degrees here in the Pittsburgh of Nevada. I don't even know why I'm outside. I mean, I could have totally recorded this inside where it's nice and warm. Nobody cares about the background of my videos, but producer Paul had to come out and be like, oh, let's get some mountains and production value. It'll be great. Anyway, let's warm you up with some wagers that are fire. Tonight, the Lakers continue their road trip into Atlanta. Will they really lose 3 in a row as 5-point dogs? I say no. I'm taking the Lake Show. Now, we're moving on to Sunday, and the NFL. Let's start with the potential upset. I like the Rams at home versus the Buffalo Bills. Buffalo has already clinched the playoff spot, while the Rams sit in the 10th spot looking to make a run. So I'm taking the underdogs at home with the points. Next, Jets versus the Dolphins. The Jets suck. They are done. But Miami at minus 5.5 are sitting on the bubble at 9, might just steal a playoff spot. So I'm saying the Fins win. Last one, a quick prop. Justin Jefferson, Tyreek Hill, and Malik Neighbors will all record over 59.5 receiving yards. Have a great weekend and get it done.
There we go. Oh, he was about to punch the camera. I love that he referred back to Bill Dwyer, who was here yesterday. Bill Dwyer, the host of BattleBot's Destructathon. We hadn't been we hadn't been including Destructathon, but he called Reno the Pittsburgh of the West, and Paul used that. Paul, great video, great job. Ladies and gentlemen, joining us on the desk, it's Cowboy Chris Andrews, ladies and gentlemen. There you go, buddy.
So are we dressed in Forest Hills?
But my dad lived in Forest Hills for a while. Yeah, he walked around in cowboy and Spurs.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, I left my Spurs in
there.
The
You go. So anyway, the South Point is on fire right now.
Yeah.
I was running a little late. I had a couple drinks for me and Ann. Sodas, I shouldn't say drinks. Ann and I are. That would explain some of the technical. No. So anyway, the valet line is packed.
Yeah.
There's more cowboy hats than the OK Corral right now. It's an exciting time to be here because it's the National Final Rodeo thing, NFR.
I mean, it's a great event for this place.
Unbelievable.
You know, we sell out every year. I mean, this is Rodeo Central. You see me in my.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Yours is Chris Andrews. And it's from 2016.
Is that what it is? 2016.
It's vintage, so it's a nice vest with the leather too.
No, it's nice.
This is looking good.
Mr. Gone spares no expense.
I know. Well, look, when we got these shirts.
Yeah.
God,
I'm going to get mine right now.
That's right over in that box. So I do like the Steelers at home this week. I just want to.
I do too.
I mean,
they will not fall asleep. And, they tend to play to their competition.
They do.
Very good teams, they'll play well. Bad teams,
yeah.
Like still can't get over the Arizona, New England losses from last year.
Oh, that cost them. Cost them huge. The New England loss especially.
Yeah, well, both. But anyway, they will not be down for this game.
I don't think so either.
This is too close to being on the heels of that performance in Cleveland
just 2 weeks ago on Thursday night. So it's going to be fresh in their minds. And did you watch Hard Knocks at all?
I did not. No.
Okay, it's good. The first episode's good, and it really shows you all the people who were Tomlin haters. A lot of them, like Andrew Filipponi, who I follow on Twitter. He's a Pittsburgh on-air guy. He's saying, man, if you watch that and you had to pick what coach you want to play for in the AFC North, it's Tomlin. Just the relationship he has with the players, but just the way he's delivering his message for each game. And a lot of people, Tomlin, he hasn't had a losing season. We haven't won a playoff game, but we're never bad,
Let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Okay. Andrew Filipponi, among other Pittsburgh scribes, tell you, about Tomlin's failures in the playoffs.
Right.
He does have a Super Bowl. How many coaches right now do you trust as a playoff coach?
Yeah.
How many?
Andy Reid.
One.
Right.
Tell me who else. When was the last time Harbaugh won one? He has a Super Bowl, by the way.
And Shanahan, maybe a little bit. He's gotten to the Super Bowl.
He's lost a couple.
Yeah. And then, as much as I hate it, John Harbaugh in Baltimore, possibly.
Okay, that's what I mean. But they won one, and that was how many years ago?
A long time ago.
Okay. So, Montgomery from Dallas.
Oh, McCarthy.
I'm sorry. McCarthy.
Yeah, right.
Would you support him? How about Peterson? He's going to be looking for a job the Monday after the end of the season, but he's won a Super Bowl.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
so I'm telling you, none of these guys. There's, we got spoiled all those years with Belichick, and then we got followed up by Reid.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's hard to win in the playoffs.
It sure is. Yeah.
It's hard to win, and right now, I'm not sure I would take any playoff coach, Andy Reid being the exception.
Yeah, that's it.
Over Tomlin.
Yeah,
Why would you?
It's just that Jacksonville loss was bad and some home losses.
There were some bad. The one against Cleveland was bad.
Yeah, the first play of the game was
was real bad.
Yeah, it's hard to win in the NFL. Steelers fans are spoiled. We are spoiled.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the Steelers spoiled us. The Penguins have spoiled us.
Well, the Pirates
guys my age go back to Chuck Tanner and some of those guys. We won 2 in the 70s.
I know.
That's you weren't even born yet.
No, I was born. I remember 79. I don't remember 71.
Yeah.
But I remember 79.
I remember 60.
Yeah. You remember 60?
A little. I remember my dad jumping up and
really.
And I remember asking him what he goes. The Pirates are world champions, and I looked at him. Did they beat a team from China?
Right.
And my dad's like, no, that's not the way it
By
works.
the way, do you remember, now they don't do this anymore, but when I was a kid in the 80s, I remember after teams won the World Series, they would send a group of major leaguers over to play in Japan and stuff.
Yeah.
And it was like American All-Stars versus Japan's All-Stars. They don't do that anymore.
Yeah.
I remember like Rick Rhoden went over because Rick Rhoden came into the video store that my parents owned on McKnight Road, and he was like, I'm heading to Japan because he got named to the team, and he was really pumped up. But because that would be like, oh, here's one thing that I don't know if we talked about. The Super Bowl champs used to play.
Yeah.
They used to play the college champ?
The college all-stars.
The college all-stars.
It was, and every one of these early round draft choices were behind the 8 ball because they're practicing for some stupid game, and they were not in their own camps learning, what they had to learn. So, like, you go back, and that it ended with the Steelers.
Right, it was in the 70s. They were still doing it.
Do you remember the game that ended it?
I've seen the footage on YouTube.
It was the worst torrential downpour
it was messy.
I've ever seen in my life. And I mean, they played like maybe another 2 minutes or something like that. And finally, everybody's like, we got to get out of here. I mean, this is ridiculous.
There's obviously.
And that was the last one.
Yeah, in this day and age with contracts.
Oh, yeah, there's no way.
But that actually happened for a long time.
It happened for, many years. From the time I started watching football, which, by the way, there was 12 games was the season.
Right.
Shows you how long. I remember when they went to 14.
That was a big deal, yeah. Oh, my God. All right, so listen, we have a few Punch Bowl things I want to do with you before we end the show. And let's see here. I moved it. It's all the Sister Jean stuff. I think it's in Punch Bowl 6 now. You started playing it earlier. I want to set this up on what happened. So before you play the clip, Ann, so Loyola of Chicago, the basketball team makes tournament, they have Sister Jean, who's their good luck charm, right? Sure. She is now 105. I think she came to attention nationally when she was like 101. So this is what happened last week in a game after the game. So go ahead, roll the clip. So Sister Jean is sitting there as the team comes off the court, and she wants to high five the guys or fist bump. And the sad music makes it even sadder. They don't even see her. And they won by they won by 22 points. So outrage on the internet. How could you do this to Sister Jean? She's 105. So they made this video, which is amazing. Go ahead, roll this. So they're running wind sprints. And they're dog tired. Who's blowing the whistle? It's Sister Jean blowing the whistle. She made them run laps. Is that not tremendous? And then they all come over and they all gave her big hugs and they swore it would never happen again. But yeah, they all hugged her.
The one I liked, they showed the 3 guys walking past her, and one guy, well, there's 3 guys going to hell.
Yeah, I mean, she's a sister. She's a nun, for God's sakes. You didn't, for goodness sakes. Sorry about that. All right, we have a few more punch bowls. Which number did I want to show you here? Not number 5. Number 4. I want to talk about number 4. So if you were 7'9", what would be the best thing about being 7'9" and the worst thing about being 7'9"? Can you think?
7'9".
Well, while you're thinking, let's show the clip. So this is this guy in Florida.
From Florida, right?
Yeah, right. I think they redshirt him. Watch him underneath the hoop. This is like, look at the kid. Look at that. He can almost dunk. And look, that's just
without jumping.
That's what I used to do when I put a Nerf hoop on the back of my bedroom door. That was about where I was. This kid is actually like that. So he's 7'9". I believe they redshirted him. His name is Oliver Roux or Olivier Roux. It's a very fancy name.
I think it's Olivier.
It's Olivier, yeah, Olivier. I'll see the X at the end. But anyway, I don't think he's playing this year. I think they redshirted him. But 7'9"? What do you do with that height? If you don't make it to the pros, everyone's going to be like, you wasted it.
Yeah. Well, the obvious, you'd be very popular with the girls. Okay, that's number 1.
Okay.
The worst thing, I mean, almost getting in a car.
What would you be able to drive?
I mean, I'm not sure you can get into my office.
Yeah, you might not be able to.
I mean,
I don't know. You're right. Like,
there's many detriments.
He can't call an Uber. He can't be like, they gave me a Toyota. Great.
Do you have a stretch limo for 1? That's what I need.
7'9" inches.
I mean, if you're 6'9", that's pretty freaking tall.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's
Have you made 5'9" yet? But you're still growing.
Oh, wow.
You're still growing.
Wow. Show the Matt Neverett gasp on that one. Right here. That's my reaction. Did you see Matt Neverett gasp?
No, I didn't see that.
Oh, getting the trombone. Chris got the trombone.
I got the trombone.
Yeah. You did for the 5'9". Okay. Do we have Matt Neverett? We have to show this to Chris. Yeah, Matt Neverett. So when he reacted when he heard that Bill Dwyer was coming on the show, who's the host of BattleBots Live, Destructathon, you have to see Matt's face when he heard. You got to hold on. This is. Oh, I'm sorry. Here we go. By the way, I did pronounce Giannis correct on his 30th birthday.
Oh.
It's his 30th birthday. Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Yeah, very good.
I said Chris is on the show. I don't want to mess up the Greek pronunciation. Yeah, go for it. Here, watch Matt's face. Comedian Bill Dwyer will be in co-hosting. Bill, you can see hosting BattleBots down. Yeah. Oh.
No way.
You want to hook up the BattleBots?
Yes, I love BattleBots.
We're gonna go. We're gonna do an actual guest for Matt Neverett. Okay, so anyway, we don't even have to show the San Diego Chargers thing. It's a little long, but anyway, the social media teams for a lot of NFL teams are doing what's very popular. Spotify and these music services send you what songs you listen to the most this year, the songs that you like. So they asked the San Diego Chargers. You can roll a little bit of it if you want. And I think it's Punch Bowl. I don't know. Let's see. Is it 5? Here we go. So they're asking them what their favorite songs are.
We want to know one song that people would expect that's on your playlist. One Less Lonely Girl.
Okay, so now here's the thing, Vince. I don't know any of these songs. No one says Pink Pony Club. I don't know that. I know that song. Don't know these. A Miley Cyrus song. I'm not sure if I know this one. All right, but here's what I did like. This guy.
We listen to a lot of Frank.
Frank Sinatra. He listened to a lot of Frank.
Okay, that one I would know.
Sinatra. He listened to a lot of Frank Sinatra. So I went through to see what song I listened to the most, and apparently it's this one. Oh, no, it's a video clip. Crank it! This is our Colts. This is our team. We bleed blue. I did this just to put this in. Who was singing along? Was that Sean? For the shoe.
Beat the Patriots. Let's prove we can brand them down.
Brand them down. There's Seth.
Go Colts.
And then here comes the Winnie. There it is. That's Seth with the flow, who does a song every week, and now everyone behind the glass hates me because that song will be in your head. See, that's the song I heard the most. It's a little bit we did there. Okay. Moving on. I have the stocking right here that has an S on it for South Point, ladies and gentlemen. So what we're going to do, Chris, to end the show before we do Kenny White's Dog of the Day, I'm going to pull out 6 helmets and pick 6, and we have to rank them in the best team, which we think's the best team. And then we can look at the line for the week here. Do you want to pull the helmets out?
No, you pull them out.
Okay, here we go.
By the way, the song I listened to the most this year.
Yeah, what's the song you listen to the most?
I Am the Walrus.
By the Beatles?
66?
Yeah, right.
65?
Really? Is that probably your most heard song?
Yeah. The second would probably be It's a Hard Day's Night.
Wow, Beatles. So Beatles heavy.
Beatles.
Can't go wrong. Can't go wrong with the Beatles. First helmet, I pull out the Raiders. All right, rate them 1 through 6. 5, 6?
I'm going to go 6.
We're going 6 with the Raiders. The Raiders are playing in Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay's 7.5 right now. So
no, there's 7.
Is it 7? Okay, it's down to 7. I was looking at the sheet. Sorry. Ooh, boy. Tampa Bay, I think, on that game. All right, here we go. Next helmet. Wow, the Detroit Lions. Jeez.
Let's put them number 1.
We're putting them number 1.
Yeah.
Lions are 1. You can't go wrong. What a game last night. I wasn't down here, obviously. Were you here for the game?
No, our good friend Jay Cornegay is semi-retiring.
Yeah, I
he's
remember
been
from
on
the
our
Imperial
show.
Palace.
Yeah, great guy. So a bunch of us were out there with, we celebrated at Great American something.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Okay, nice. But what a game.
We watched the whole game out there.
What a game. And what was the action on last night here?
We needed anything but Detroit to win by 3. What was the final?
34-31.
Thank you. Yeah.
Okay. All right, the Texans. Now, this team is an enigma for a lot of people.
Yeah.
A lot of people didn't see him coming last year. This year, not so good.
Let's put them number 4.
4? All right. So
3. Make it 3.
3. I'll go 3. Okay, I think 3 is good. All right, let's see. We got 3 more. Oh, the Eagles.
Number 2.
You got to put them at 2. A lot of people would even say,
yeah, I know.
got to go Detroit still number 1. But the Eagles, Steelers got to play them in a couple weeks. All right, we got 2 more. Let's see if things are going to fall right for Chris and I. I have the Baltimore Ravens.
Oh, God.
Well, I guess we got to put them at 4, right?
Yeah.
They probably, we're not too far off if we got lucky. Last helmet, Atlanta Falcons. I mean,
number 5. Yeah.
Look at that. The only switch I might make.
Yeah, switch those 2. Yeah.
Would be that.
Switch those 2.
And the Steelers have to play these 2 teams still.
Yeah.
And the Kansas City Chiefs.
They got the Ravens and Philly.
Ravens and Philly, Kansas City, and Cincinnati.
Okay.
That would be the last 4 games. So we'll see how
that
it
wasn't
goes.
bad.
Wasn't bad. We did pretty good.
We had to switch one.
Can you believe that we're saying Detroit Lions number 1 this late in an NFL season?
Okay, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Okay, watch the game. It's a chicken and egg.
Okay.
Are they so good because they constantly go for it on 4th down and make it? Or do they constantly go for it on 4th down and make it because they're so good? I mean, it's a chicken and egg.
I think the second. I think that Dan Campbell said, look, if we can't get a half yard, then we don't deserve. I loved the call. Now, I think everyone says, oh, well, if he kicks a field goal, Jordan Love had 43 seconds, no timeouts to go down and maybe score a touchdown or tie it up. It was a ballsy move.
I can see both ways, but Nats. I needed Green Bay. I needed anything but what the final outcome was. When Goff stumbled, I thought, we're going to stop him. Then he gained 7 yards.
Yeah, and of course that's.
And then I know it's all over.
But let's just hypothetically say that's a national championship college game. When Goff's knee hits the ground, play's over.
Plays over.
So imagine he gives the ball to like a running back and the guy runs it in for a touchdown. It wouldn't happen because his knee hit the ground.
Yeah.
So Goff, and today on McAfee, who was on? Oh, Nick Saban. Nick Saban. McAfee's like, oh, wasn't that a great play by Goff? He goes, actually, it was really poor footwork by Goff. He goes, his feet should have been a little quicker, not get tangled up.
It's true.
So it's true, but it was fourth quarter. He was.
Well,
tired.
you saw Saban's advertisement when the people come in. Oh, check-in time's 3:00. Yeah, it's 2:55.
You're like, yeah, you better.
I know.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, so we're going to do Kenny White's Dog of the Day. Let's take a look. Do we have Kenny White's Dog of the Day today? There it is. Okay, Kenny White's Dog. Oh, yes. He has the UNLV Rebels plus 4.5 tonight in the Mountain West title game. We are going to come down here and watch the game at South Point. Come down and join us. What do you think on that game? How are you feeling about UNLV's chances?
I like Boise.
You like Boise?
Yeah.
Good team. They got the best running back in the world.
Yeah, great home field advantage. And, I just think they're better than UNLV.
Okay.
Then you put them up in Boise. I just think it's a little too much.
We got to get Steve Stallworth. Where's Steve Stallworth right now? He probably
Probably busting Broncos or something.
Oh, Boston Broncos. Boise State or the Broncos.
Oh.
Wow, look at that. He didn't even realize how good that was. All right, and here's our dog of the day, ladies and gentlemen. We saw Kenny White's. Here's our dog of the Yay! Corgi's playing tetherball. And the reason this clip is great, Courtney sent me this one, but also I, as a child, played tetherball and got a black eye. I was playing and I was hitting it with a friend on the playground before school. I turned, wham, my eye blew up like that.
Really?
And I don't think I ever played tetherball again. I'm kind of frightened. I love tetherball. It was fun. It was a very big California thing because it was always warm. So we played a lot of tetherball, but I got one right in the eye.
I played tetherball too, but I never. How do you win?
Yeah, I think when the ball wraps all the way around the rope, yeah, that was it. You just keep hitting it. So it could go on for a long time. My sister and I played a lot. But all right, ladies and gentlemen, we are taking this show right to the end. We appreciate you watching. Join us next week, Monday. Alex White will be here. Alex White will be here twice. We have Matt Neverett. Jeff Parles will be back. And next Thursday, we have JR from the ballpark will be coming into the studio. So we're very excited about that. We appreciate you watching. Make sure you click like and subscribe. Oh, wait, the Cat in the Hat is right. Boise is better, says Evan Tola. I don't get that Cat in the Hat reference.
That's me.
Oh, he's the Cat in the Hat. I'm Frank Nicotero. The show's Punchlines. Line stands for Live in Nevada every show. See you Monday. Goes.